Oh my god, dude! I don't know what it is. I think it's weird. I had some severe diarrhea this past weekend, and I think it was the whiskey. I don't think you should be drinking whiskey and rum together, because when you do, but it was weird because it was like this weird cocktail drink that we were drinking. And then there was like, they had fruits in it. Mm-hmm. And I started eating the fruits and immediately started to feel sick.
Okay.
I swear to God, I think I got Roni now.
No.
They have Roni right
I don't know
now.
you can get Roni from your fruits.
From fucking fruits in a drink.
But like, yeah, definitely
What great alliteration there. Fucking fruits in the fruity beverage. That's a nice word.
Yeah. I don't know. Like in my limited medical knowledge,
yes,
it was probably just them fruits were bad.
You did graduate.
Yeah, I did graduate.
You got a full bachelor's.
I know. I have a bachelor's. I mean, I'm just
pharmacy.
Yeah, I know. It's only a year. I know, but
I have a full degree in suck a dick. Hey, who said that? Wait, nope.
What?
No, like that ASAP Ferg reverse. He's like suck a nigga dick. And everyone's like, what? Like, what he did drop that was weird.
Did you know that ASAP Ferg is now going by just Ferg?
Yeah.
That's just so weird to me.
Nah, I get it. But here ASAP, like he dropped a new song, right? And he's featured. I don't remember what the song is, but he's featured on it, and that's when he like said he's like Ferg and stuff. I get it. I mean, I don't know, like mobs. Do you think mobs are a thing right now? I think they're kind of going
mobs
away.
Are not a thing.
Corona's helping that.
But you know,
stay the back away from
you. But like Ace the ASAP crew, like. Yeah. Ferg is definitely the hardest working one of them. Like,
oh yeah, he's all fashion and everything, man.
Yeah, he's the one who's actually on features, and you can find him making albums and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know, dropping all that shit, dude. He has some of the craziest design arts, and it's like it makes me like happy to be like a black dude that's allowed to just wear what I want. It doesn't have to be like a specific thing. And he does that shit.
He's fashion forward.
He's fashion forward. Exactly. That's lit. All right, but I'm gonna introduce us.
Yeah.
Right? So hey guys, welcome to another installment of the Let Me Challenge You podcast. I'm your host Julian Fevry, and we have here
Alex Fevry.
And today we are going to talk about the challenge we did for this week.
Yeah.
That shit got me fucked up.
Yeah, that was kind of wild.
But before we do that, let me put some plugs out.
Oh, yeah.
And also shout outs. Yeah. Shout out our homie Jesus. And shout out homie Christ. God stay blessed. But, please continue to send emails or DMs to DM us. Send our emails at the Let Me Challenge You podcast or the Let Me Challenge You pod at gmail.com. Or you can DM me at Juju Fevry at Instagram, or you can also
DM me at
Maxed Out Characters Reviews.
Yeah, I know. Maxed Out Character Reviews
at Instagram.
On Instagram, and on Twitter you can tweet and DM me there at Maxed OCR. And yeah.
Don't tweet at me, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, tweet at me. You can tweet at me. I'm the nice guy of the two.
But weirdly, this week has been bizarre.
Yes, very.
Because when you are consciously pretending to be someone else, that shit is hard.
It messes with you.
It messes with you because it's like you want to do a good job. Like we were really trying to stay committed to the job of doing this, and let me tell you, it definitely is not something you do all the time, but it's definitely fun.
It's actually a lot of fun. Like I'll like
you want to go first? You go first.
Okay. So like, all right. So So the challenge was to at some point make up a new character for yourself.
Or like pretend to be something
or someone else, right? And
like to people that you don't know. So someone who just doesn't know who you are, you're gonna have to play out a whole role, a whole character with them.
So with that, I wasn't able to find. I wasn't able to.
This is whiskey, by the way, guys.
I wasn't able to find anybody new to necessarily try this on, but I did figure out a kind of twist to to the challenge.
What do you mean? What twist?
So what I did is that
the challenge is a challenge, motherfucker.
No. Okay, so I knew that.
You think this is Madagascar, nigga?
There's a disease, right? There's it's a syndrome.
COVID?
No, it's a syndrome. It's a syndrome. So it's a syndrome that happens. It's a super rare syndrome, but what ends up happening is someone.
Whoa! Are you telling me you pretended to have a different disease?
Yes, I pretended to have a different disease. So
okay.
yeah.
Keep it going. It's all right.
So the disease is that the syndrome is when it's very rare, but
do you know what it's called?
It's called
bitch ass motherfucker.
Like second language syndrome or something like that. Like it's something.
Right, yeah.
It's something like that.
Okay.
Where people who suffer a concussion or any sort of head injury.
Oh, okay.
Any sort of head injury, right? They're speaking normally, but then they suffer this head injury, and for some reason they start speaking in another language.
Dude, they
speak a completely different language or in a completely different accent, and they don't know why that happens.
That'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a video of it was I know what you're talking about. Like I saw these clips of this white lady who got her head hit, and she spoke white, just very clear white, white-anese, right? But afterwards, after she got hit, she only was able to speak Chinese.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And it's literally only her talking Chinese. Mm-hmm. And so, is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what happened. So, but how I started it, I didn't even I chose to do a British accent because that's the best thing I can do for
oi, yeah, lady.
I've watched enough British television to get a little bit out of it. a little bit out of it. So I got to work, and I had my mask on. I'm working and everything like that, and I just started talking to people. I started talking to my coworkers that I knew there in a British accent.
Yeah.
And at my main coworker that I'm working with in
so
the room,
they know you, but they never heard you speak, or
they've heard me speak.
Okay,
they've heard
okay. But they don't know you.
They don't know me.
Okay. So then all of a sudden, I got you.
So out of nowhere, right? So I go into the room that I go to and that I work at, and my coworker, right? I say hi to her, hello, hi, hi, it's a good day, stuff like that, right? And I could immediately tell she was confused.
Yeah,
she was just huh? While she's working, she's huh? And
imagine how mixed babies must feel, because that must literally how they feel every moment. What race are you? You seem kind of ambiguous out here, bitch.
Yeah. And I started to work, and I started to look at her, right, out of the corner of my eye, and I could tell it was just bothering her. Did she hear something? And I could tell it was actually legitimately torturing her. So
literally menace to society.
and she was okay, and I was like, so I didn't want to be too mean to her, so I was let me ease off some of what her mind is going through, so I'm not gaslighting this woman.
Okay.
And be
gaslighting a fake language, yes.
Me saying, I've always talked like this. What
the fuck are you talking about?
What you talking about? Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Yeah.
So before I got into the room where I work, right, I had to go through a security door, right?
Yeah.
And one of the guys that I don't like in the building was walking out, right? And I don't know where it came from. I don't know how, it just out of nowhere, right? He looked at me and he was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Sup, bruv?"
You went. Is that Southern? What's up, bruv?
I was Southern. I went in the most menacing tone that I could ever give, and I was surprised at myself. He looked at me like, "What?" And then just kept walking, and I was just like. I was walking
outside the library.
Just outside, just outside of Glastonbury.
They always sound like they're swallowing, like the Brits.
Okay. And so that happened, and then so then I was explaining to my coworker, hey, so what happened was I was at a party, and I fell down some stairs. When I hit the ground, I hit my head pretty hard. I went to the doctor.
Fuck, you're really good at a British accent, bro. It freaks me the fuck out. You're black as hell. You're talking like some crazy shit to me right now, bro.
Look, I'm good at playing make believe.
Mm-hmm. Dude, aren't we all? Right?
Yeah,
but that's another story.
So I was like, the doctors, I looked up what the actual syndrome was called. I was like, the doctors said that I have this syndrome, and they don't know what how long it's gonna take for my voice to turn back. If it does turn back, I don't know. So she's like, yeah, because I was wondering, you didn't when you greeted me today, you didn't sound so. You were sounding weird, and I didn't know if that was you or maybe your mask or anything like that. And I was just like, yes, don't worry about it. It's just something that we're gonna have to get used to for the time being. So she went back. She started working again, right, and everything like that. And
she's like calm.
Yeah, she was calmer,
like, okay,
but she was.
It's a story, but I still am suspicious.
Yeah, she was definitely suspicious because what she ended up doing was like there's this. So she's an Indian lady, right?
Yeah, Indian lady.
Yeah,
okay.
And there's another Indian pharmacist that comes through, right?
Okay.
And they talk like, I think it's one of the two, I think it's Southern Indian or something.
Yeah.
I think it's Malu. But,
Malu?
Yeah. And then
Malu's motherfuckers.
Yeah, and then
we out here Malu, bitch.
So she's talking, and then they're talking to each other, right? And I could tell just kind of like by the intonations that she ended up asking her a question. Mm-hmm. And then I just heard a bunch of Indian and then English and then...
I love when that shit happens.
So I was just like, oh, she was asking her about if that syndrome is actually a legit thing. And she was answering just like, it's a legit thing, but I don't know if it'll actually like... I don't know what this guy... I don't know. It's like, she was like... I don't know what would be his reason for doing this if it wasn't real.
Yeah.
So
I see it. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was like. So then I was going through the day. So and like she's like just talking to me, trying to like figure out like.
I think she's not buying it, but she's
not buying it, but
she's playing with it. She's like, okay, let's see what's going on.
She's buying it only because it's like. What reason would I have to be talking in a British accent out of nowhere for any reason?
And that's the best part about this challenge, because it's like you do it to someone and they're like, why would this person be doing this? Like, and they would look around and they're like, is there a camera? Am I being like punked?
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck is Ashton Kutcher? Like, that's like what all the questions are, But is that?
So yeah, that's kind of basically how things went.
Yeah.
But. She left the room at a point in day. Yeah. And then one of the black pharmacists came by. And
black.
And he greeted me, right?
Oh, yo.
He's yo. And I, without even thinking about it, like I was already in my British accent and talking all day, right, whatever. And without even, he talked to me, he was like, yo, what's up? I was like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like I like in my actual American accent.
I get it though. Look, anyone, right? Anyone here, right? If a black guy goes up to you, is like, sup? Or is there the nod? The nod? You gotta be like, yo, what up? You gotta bring out your deepest voice.
Yeah.
Because that's respect. Then you be like, alright, you real nigga. Like,
exactly.
Exactly.
That's what it is. I couldn't lie to a nigga like that.
Like, I know plenty of my white ass friends. Like, anytime, I can switch it up. I'll switch it up on them. I'll just be like, yo, what up? And I'll see them, they'll be like, yo, what up? Because they know. Even the white people know. Even the niggas, dude. Yeah. They know. But yeah.
So, that was one of the things that happened. And then, like, it was kind of funny because, like, I ended up having to talk to, like, one of my, what's it called? My supervisor, right? To get a new ID or whatever.
Okay.
And, like, he was trying to tell, and it's been, like, a couple weeks that we've been trying to get this ID going and everything like that.
Yeah.
And he was trying to tell me, oh, he wasn't here, I mean, he hasn't taken a vacation. He hasn't been here. Bro. But I was just But I was like, because of this British accent, I felt like a different person. I was just starting to call him out. I was just like,
British Alex is not taking this shit.
Yeah, British
Alex don't take this shit.
Yeah, I don't take none of this.
He take no shit, bro.
Yeah, so
we come out straight out of London.
So he was talking, and I was just like, but I knew you went on vacation because I was here on last Wednesday, and you didn't you weren't here for me to get my ID. He's like, well, no, I think I definitely was here. I was like, no, sir, I went to your desk and you weren't there. I must have been in a meeting. Well, I talked to Vita, and she told me that, and she told me that you were at a meeting. You were at a meeting, so you must. No, you were on vacation, so you. And he was just like, let's just get you your ID.
I can't do this. I can't do this right now because I don't know what to believe.
Yeah. So it was actually a lot of fun. Actually, I really enjoyed it. I'll bring it out a couple times now. It's nice. It's a nice thing to have.
Yeah, you got a good British accent in the pocket.
Yeah.
So people who know me, right?
I know.
Right? I'm not that good at an accent. I say what that mum, what that mum, or. We got to go to the bars. Wait, the Irish? The Irish? How do they go?
We got to go to the bars.
Yeah, you got to go to the bars. We got to go pick it out. And I was thinking about what should I do? Like, what's my character? I realized that since I can't really do an accent, I would always like drop little phrases, like just little phrases throughout the English. So I'd be like, okay, we're going to the library, and we're going to, and I was doing this, but I was going to an open mic, right? So I went to an open mic. If you don't know, open mics are pretty depressing, but there's a lot of character.
Yeah,
there's a lot of character, which I love.
It's like that ex-girlfriend that you had.
Exactly.
Like,
you have in your wallet.
In your early 20s.
Stalk her on her Instagram.
Yeah.
You send her emails.
Yeah,
You might go to her home. Maybe look at her in her bed. We all know that person, right?
Yeah.
Right, no, but right. So I went there and I met a few people that I never really met. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try. It's an accent. I'm gonna try some of this, right? So I went up to them. I was like, so how you doing? And they literally like, are you retarded? Like, hey. And I use the R word lightly. It's like, are you R worded? Are you talked? Basically in the head. Yeah. And I was just like, and then that caught me off guard at first. I was like, oh shit, they caught me off guard. Yeah. And I need to switch it. I need to switch it out, and then I just went in. I leaned into it. I was like, no man, what are you doing? And I just like changed my accent, and they're just like, what? And they got really confused. They're just like, and I'd be like, we went to the bars out here, and they're just like, what? Do you just? And I think in their head, they're like, do you just talk like this?
Yeah.
And then they found entertainment in that.
Yeah.
And I saw that. So I just kept them leaning in. I was like, there's a few bars. And so I started doing like a really bad Irish accent, but that just seemed like it was my voice. So I was just like, okay, we could go down to the bars and everything would be good. And everything would be like this. And every time I just kept on ending on an inflection like this. And they're like, why does he sound like this? And it was so funny because like, they were first like kind of freaked out about it, but then they really started to enjoy it, and I started enjoying myself, and I was like, this is so weird. Like the world we just decided to like conjure up by pretending to be someone else to someone that we don't know, right? All of a sudden like brought out weirdly the best in people, because people have been pretty fucking shitty lately, and I don't blame them. COVID, you're inside, all this shit,
things have been pretty stressful for a lot of people.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people thought about putting stuff up their butt too. But it's just like, I don't know. It's like one of those things that we're really all trying to cope with. And so I think there was like a moment where like,
I just got that, putting stuff up their butt because they have a stick up their butt. Okay,
exactly, right, dude. I move in momentum. My mind is working like I'm Colossus right now, bro. I am flying. But like it was interesting because a lot of I was like, actually really nervous, like going in, like I was expecting a very different reaction, but it was exactly what I thought. But then it changed into something even better, and it's like interesting because that's where I was like, and that was only one instance, right? I have a second instance, right? But like there's this like, idea, right? Like I guess it's like fake it till you make it, right? Like till you constantly believe it, and it's so weird how quick. Like we think we're like not apt to being like quick to assimilate to something, but we are quick to it. I mean, with COVID, look, COVID started really happening in like March. Yeah, like, people are like March. Yeah. Right now it's what, September. That's March, April, May,
June,
July, August.
Yes.
September.
That's
7 months. About 7 months, right?
Yeah.
7 months. I could made it pretty well.
Yeah.
Like for all the shit, I was expecting more looting. I was expecting more
Well, that happened, but you know.
I mean, there's still. I mean, it's still happening all the world.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker Trump is the one inciting all of that shit.
Yeah, it's not
that mop of a fucking president.
That's not even.
But wait. Oh
nice.
God. Okay, here we go.
Nice.
No, but it was really interesting how people like. They're so afraid to step out of their headspace sometimes, you know? And even for me, like, I really was like, oh, shit, what am I really going to do this? I'm like, well, I have to lose, you know? Corona will kill me, you know? So I was just like, all right, let me try this out. And when I did it, I realized, like, it really is this level of, like, escape that happens.
Yeah.
But now here's the second instance, right? So I was looking for a different instance. So I was like, all right, I don't drink Starbucks. Don't drink Starbucks. Fuck Starbucks, except for their actual eco-friendly, like, eco-friendly program. That shit is fire. That shit is nice.
Friendly program.
Yeah, they basically they create these little sub bases out in like Costa Rica and third world countries where they put these out there, hire people to work there, and teach them the mechanisms of like growing in agriculture, but then also the business side of it.
Okay.
And then all their beans and what they do grow is fresh. This is not a sponsor.
Yeah,
this is not a sponsorship for Starbucks.
Starbucks sponsor us.
But you know, I went to Dunkin' Donuts. Right?
You can't
D&D?
You can't just go from like Starbucks. I went to Starbucks. Starbucks sponsor us, and then just start talking about.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Because you know what? In COVID world, we don't know what's going on. Okay. Right. But you see, we went to D&D, right? I went to D&D. And you know what? If you know me, what's going on, what's getting me popping, I am digging. And I don't mean digging. I mean digging to your mother's grave. Like I'm digging for
6 feet
a purpose.
Under? Yeah.
I'm digging for that body.
Yeah.
I get a matcha tea iced latte. Like a matcha iced tea latte at Dunkin' Donuts, right? I go in there. There's an African kid.
Okay.
Not kid. I would say 35.
Okay.
But I think everyone's kids. They just grow up. So, right, like, this African dude, and I swear to God, this lady, she was there, and this dude, I've never seen anything like it, right? Anything. Like, this lady was there, and she was looking at the worker, right? So I went to go order it, and the lady, like, as she was ordering, she just starts laughing. She's like, hold on a second. And she turns to this guy, and he's talking to another customer that's already ordered.
Yeah.
And he's like, Wakanda. Oh, no, okay. No. Rest in peace, by the way. But, no, he literally was just like, what did you order? What did you order? And the guy was just like, I just ordered like 3 things, but nothing came in. I was like, oh, you got what you want. You came, you come, you leave. And he just kept on arguing with them, right? And I was there, and I was like, I'm gonna do an African accent. That was literally my first time. I was like, I'm gonna do that. I'd be like, but I was like, I wanted to talk to this dude, right? So he's arguing with these people, and I come around, and I go to him. I'm just like, hey, boy. Get them what they ordered. And I shit you not. This is crazy. I shit you not. I was like, get them what they ordered. And they turned to me. They're like, hey, yeah, get them what they ordered. Like, they thought, like, since I was African, like, they're like, oh, he'll understand. Yeah. And the guy turned to me. He's like, all right, bud. All right. You know what? Hold on. We're going to get it. So he went back. He got a bacon, egg, and he got whatever they ordered. And then when he came around my order, when my order came around, he's like, I'm happy that there's a brother around here. You know, America. It's America. It's crazy. It's crazy. Woozy. Hey. And I was like, oh yeah, it's crazy. It's a worldwide. But that was my second experience. But it was a weird take on how people. It seems like it's like interesting. Like people when they look at the arts or anything like that, right, or anything that's just creative in any sense, they just assume that it's like silly, but there's just this weird gap of window where it's like, whoa, take me out of this space. What the fuck is going on? Pretending to be someone. Like, I think we all pretend to be someone at some point, right?
I think that a lot of people.
Are we going too deep?
Oh no!
We're going deep.
We're going deep. We're going deep.
It's
just like I think that people a lot of people will be someone else.
Yeah.
And they don't know that they are. It's like they don't know that they're.
Do you think anyone really knows who they are?
Now
That's the whole thing.
There's that saying, to truly know thyself is to know God. So that's
what the fuck is that saying? That's a bullshit saying. Are you serious? I don't believe that shit for a second. God doesn't want to know our asses.
It's that thing about like, we're made in God's image, blah 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 blah. So if we're made in God's image,
that's human centric. That's ego.
That is human centric. Yeah,
no ego, bitch.
You're right. I'm just saying that. So that's just a saying. It's just a saying. Gosh.
Damn.
But the concept of the authentic self is something that is I think that's a lifelong journey. That's a lifelong journey.
Yeah.
But there are people who instead of going towards towards that lifelong journey of authenticity of themselves.
Yeah.
They go the other way and just create this idea of themselves and then believe it. And then,
but the interesting part is is that a bad thing? And it's interesting because it's look, right, after doing this whole challenge of this week, and holy fuck was it a weird week with it.
Yeah.
Because everyone will always think that there's always some weird the people who don't know you, when they place you, look, I'm a Haitian nigga out in Queens, right? Mm. You're also a Haitian nigga out of Queens.
He's at about an 8.5.
I mean, you see,
he's about an 8.5.
8.5?
9 on a really good day.
Exactly, right? Oh, well, that's so sweet. Thank you. But no, I thought you were talking about my liquor intake.
No.
You're like, actually, let's do that now. So anytime you see me and I'm drinking liquor, right? Anytime you think you're the meter is going up, you're he's at a 3.5.
Okay.
So anytime from now on, alright?
Okay, so we're gonna get a baseline right now, and you're at a...
What's the baseline?
So there's, you've had about, so I'm gonna say you're at a 5.
5? Alright, I'm at a 5.
You're at a 5.
Alright, we're at a 5, and we just keep on going up. By the way, if you guys don't realize, when doing these podcasts, right, I drink, and then when we keep on going up and up and up and up until eventually I just can't talk anymore. So that's how these podcasts work.
Yeah.
But right, back to deeper matters.
Yeah. Now we're just going all the way back into the deeper matters, the deeper stuff.
It's just always weird, the full scope of pretending to be someone is that a bad thing, And in a lot of ways, no. I don't think it's bad because we always want to believe or strive to be something that we want to be. Mm-hmm. 2.
Yeah, but back to that concept of authentic self and that journey. Yeah. So there's that journey that where you're going to your authentic self, right? And then there are people who go the other way, right?
Yeah.
But the people who go the other way, right? They're deciding that right then and there is their authentic self.
You see, so it's like an illusion of whether or not they actually know if they're really being authentic. Because weirdly enough, I think this idea of if you're because even me, I really believed in trying to. I believe in trying to be your most authentic self. Mm-hmm. But what's interesting is that how that sort of emulsifies into something not exactly what you want. Mm-hmm. Imagine your most authentic self, right, is not something that you want to be.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's
fucking scary. You don't know. See,
that's the thing, fucking panda logic, the thing, bro.
Right now, I was just I was almost thinking going.
It's the whiskey, man. Makes me deep.
He's at about a. 6.8.
I'm at 6 point what?
6.8.
6.8. All right. That is 6.8 meter.
Yeah, and it's because it's I was always thinking I don't necessarily disagree with people who go the other way, right? Mm-hmm. But I always thought that going towards your authentic self is
the most valid
way you should be. But now you're saying this, and now you got me all you got me
all
shook.
Fucked up. No, the real idea is this is it's what if the whole because we were pretending to be someone, right? Okay. And then even in that sense, I ended up being this is actually fun. Mm-hmm. An enjoyous conversation that I probably would never experience if I didn't do this, right? That's literally what it is. But sometimes we're always
is that concept blondes have more fun.
I think blondes be having more fun. Is that what's going on? No, that's not what's happening now. Blondes are Karens right now.
Yeah.
But
that's true. That's true.
No, don't believe me. I'm just kidding. Now, maybe actually 100% if you're blonde, check yourself. But no, like it's like this whole idea of like what the scope is for what is real for you, you know? And so like then it's like, are you just happy with just being yourself? You know, like, are you just happy with just being? And the answer to that is, of course, no.
Of course. Of course. I mean, if we're doing a podcast, of course, that's going to be our viewpoint on that.
But honestly, it's like, it's a weird thing because like we try to like help ourselves and, you know, trying to figure out, okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to do this. Like, you're going to try to take a step-by-step plan to actually better yourself, right? But then again, it's like, you know, bettering yourself, would you ever be happy? And is bettering yourself part of being authentic? Because it's weird to look at that shit, bro. Like when you're freaking like seriously, like it's like we always account people for being so extra, but motherfucker, I love niggas who are extra. I love bitches who are extra. Like straight up, like at first I thought it was like crazy for me, like honestly, but then I'm realizing I'm like, is it really that bad? Like, are they just trying to better themselves, or are they trying to like, if there's any intention? And again,
it's I would say so. It'd be about like intention, but it's like,
like we should be playing ping pong or something, or just like getting things going like we used to.
Yeah,
shout out. Table tennis.
It's like, but it's like intention is like, even if they have like the right intentions, right? Their actions could have negative consequences, right?
Exactly, right?
And this negative and these actions may be towards their idea of bettering themselves.
You know what's interesting about it? It's just like if you see, like with all of that put together, if everyone was just as smart as everyone else, I think it would work. Like if everyone is not dumber or smarter, if everyone's on the same level,
all
the shit that we say with people would work. Yeah. But the thing is, there are people who are smart and there are people who want money. Look at Jeff Bezos.
Wait, that's interesting. Wait. How you said that? The people who are smart and then there are people who have money. A lot of people would argue
want money. There are people. I said like there are people who are smart and then there are people who want money.
Okay, that's
so like who want money. Okay, and so like, and I think people all want money at some point, right? They all want the green, the Gouda, the avocado coming straight up on that top.
You need money to do what you want to do. You know,
dude. Hashtag pound cake, Childish Gambino. What the fuck was that freestyle? But it was interesting because when you look at that and you dive deeper into that sort of, you know, realm, it becomes like this weird sense that, okay, authentic being, what does that mean to you versus like, you know, pretending to be someone else? Like, because there are people who are working in jobs they fucking hate it. There are people who are, you know, like doing this. There are some people who are working in jobs and they fucking love it, and you're like, how? And you shouldn't like hate those people.
Oh no.
But it's so interesting how we value certain things, and it's like, it's always this constant thing of like, okay, this is why I want to do this, you know, challenge. Yeah. Because it's always interesting, like, how people react to different personas of you. Yeah. You know?
Yeah. Like how you present versus how you are.
Exactly.
Versus how you, like...
I present terribly.
I know that's like... but, like... So it's like how you present versus how you actually are versus how you think you are. You know? So all of these things... have
like some sort of like play a role.
Yeah, play a role. Like it's a concept of like, you know, perception versus reality.
Shit, dude, I pick perception 100%.
Interesting. I pick interesting
percent
because you'd say that like because perception is like perception is acid, reality.
Though. No, but I'm afraid to take acid. Like I'm saying that right, but I feel like the people who've taken acid, right? Like I've never taken acid. I've never taken shrooms. I'm still, you know, waiver wiry about what I feel about it. Right? Okay. But the people who have done that, right? It's like this idea of it's like literally the idea of like you are owning your perception of reality, legitimately.
Like boom, stamp. Like that's your like kind of being like that's your kind of
and it's
your
crazy
reality.
because it's just like, is that bad? Like it's not. It's like, I mean, look, like, right. If the whole world was on LSD, which would be fucking hilarious.
It would be hilarious.
That would be a nightmare. I wonder how many people would believe that they can fly.
Planes would be falling out of the sky.
Bruh, it would just be the best time.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But like it's always one of those things where it's like, okay, your perception of reality versus reality, right? And then like whether or not it's bad to have that perception or really believe that your perception is real, is that really bad? And again, I'm just like, you know what? I don't think it's bad to have a perception of reality, but then there are people who take it to fucking extremes, like fucking Trump.
Okay, I was gonna be like, before we get to that guy,
Fuck that guy.
like,
I really this is the fourth pod that I'm fucking discussing this fucking mop bucket looking ass tan ass dude. He has a tanning room probably in his room.
Yeah.
He literally looks like he's buttered. Okay. Like fuck that guy.
Yeah, okay. So the thing is that like for example, there was this video that I saw, right?
Yeah.
Where this guy is like talking about like his acid trip, right?
Oh, okay.
And at the end of his acid not acid, it was DMT.
DMT?
But what
Take
happened?
that shit.
Don't
do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it unless you have the brain capacity or you're Joe Rogan. Don't do it.
Yeah, but he went like, so what ended up happening was like he was explaining how he was like all up in like in space talking to these beings and everything like that, right? And then he said when he came back down out of it, right? He said he didn't have paranoia, but he had pronoia.
What's pronoia?
Pronoia, how he described it, is that instead of everybody's out to get you, it's everybody's actually like
helping
on your team.
Dude,
like,
I fucking vibe with that shit so hard.
Like,
send me that fucking video later.
Okay.
No joke, like I've been like, people are really supportive sometimes, and it's like unnerving. Like why are you so? I'm expecting the backlash, but everyone's like, no, it's work. I'm like, what world do I live in?
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly. And he was explaining how like he's like, oh yeah, and all of this right now in this reality I'm in is just like when I die, when I pass away, there's going to be just this giant party for me, and everybody's setting it up for me. Shit. And like that's his perception now. Like that's his, like whether that be reality, that is his perception right now. And can you say that that's a bad thing for him? Like, you know, like if that, like, is that a bad thing or is that a good thing? Like,
you know, it always comes down to the because everyone's pretending. Like the truth is like,
I guess, yeah, right.
No, absolutely. Like think about it, like if we go back to Adam and Eve, right? When they were fucking. Okay. Nah, I'm not gonna quote the Bible, but I'm just saying, like, you know, the first human beings on Earth, right? Were here. They weren't trying to pay taxes. That's you know, true. Like they weren't trying to like fuck. You know, they weren't trying to. They were just trying to pick berries and everybody's trying to survive.
So everybody's pretending because our entire society is pretending.
Dude, literally, if people weren't pretending, everyone would be fucking naked in the streets. There would be weird ass no laws. Yeah. There would be like these strange being. Like I think there would be a world that I don't know if it'd be more wholesome, but it'd definitely be factions. Like
I think it would be like chaotic. It would be chaotic at first because we'd have to break down the entire society that we have
COVID,
right now.
Everyone freaked out. I freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, you know, like.
But then after that, it's just like.
But then would it reach an equilibrium?
I don't even know if it's equilibrium. I just think we just get like equilibrium. Okay, when I say like this, right? When people say equilibrium, it's like we reached like perfect balance, right? Yeah. Equilibrium. Okay. Right? Like I am always just like people just get used to it.
Okay.
You know, like your body gets used to it. That's like basically another way of saying it. Is getting used to it is the same as equilibrium? No, I don't think so.
No, you're right because
it's not perfect balance.
Because normalizing doesn't equate to
balance.
It doesn't equate to equilibrium.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So then, the idea is this, right? Like, if we're like what? Like, we're apes, you know, we're fucking ourselves, we're fucking bushes. I mean, I'd be fucking a bush, probably impregnating a bush.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe, you know me with my stick.
Just get in there.
Yeah, me and my wee stick. What the fuck am I saying?
Yeah, he's at about an 8, guys.
I'm at an 8 now,
he jumped
guys.
Pretty quick.
I'm at an 8. But, you know, with all of that, like, contemplating and thinking about, like, it always comes back to this fact that, like, maybe, like, our opinions just don't matter, right?
No.
No, wait. Listen, you can argue against me. Let me say my shit.
Yeah, let me say
my shit.
You're right.
And then you tell me.
Okay, you're right.
Maybe what we do and what we plan to do on this world, maybe it doesn't really matter in the whole web of the universe. Now, I will come this with a few,
caveats.
Yeah. Okay. One, I think that if you have a net worth, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just thinking that if you have an influence over people, like, let's say we have Dave Chappelle, you have what? What's the name? I love her. Rachel Maddow. Even like the people I don't like Tucker Carlson or freaking Sean Hannity.
Yeah.
I went both sides, guys. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, exactly.
But, right? Like, when you look at people like that, right? They have an influence over a certain bunch of people, right? And it's like, okay, that's true. Like in the daily day, but in this whole Nietzschean, and I'm gonna, Nietzsche, he's the one that coined this. Like, maybe nothing of this matters.
Okay.
It's like always this weird concept where it plays a role, but then we think to ourselves like, maybe it doesn't. And that's when I realized like humanity is very positive. You see?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, you brought that all the way back.
No.
All right. That's great.
Like,
this is
all the time.
Like
maybe, right? There are things that we are always positive, like getting the next job. We're trying to push to do more. And maybe there's a reason for that because we want to find value and meaning in our lives. And
that's where I want to. That's what I want to say. Like it's like So what you were doing was talking about like the concept of like it's a philosophy of absurdism. I think it's called like where everything is absurd. Like it doesn't matter. Nothing actually matters because in the giant scheme of the cosmos, it just right. Yeah. But the shiny little like the point in that, right? The reverse of that is the reversal of that is that because nothing matters. Yeah. You get to decide what matters. You see, you get to define what matters.
John Paul Sartre, right? He wrote like existentialism and all
existentialism.
That. By the way, guys, we're actually smart ass niggas. By the way, if you guys don't realize that, I hope you guys are fucking yourselves in the butt. Yeah. Like 100%, we're actually smart ass niggas. We know our fucking shit.
Yeah, we do.
So, come at me, boy. But right, in another way, right. You see, that's where existentialism comes.
Yeah, right.
John Paul Sartre. But, I don't know. It seems like a big coping mechanism. And I'm not saying...
Dude, and I'm not arguing you with that.
It's interesting, too. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, let's say there's a heaven or hell, right? I would not be surprised if God was just like, life is just coping. If you can deal with coping for, like, eternity, for your first 80 years of your life, you can come up here. Or what's right? Like if like hell is just like you can't deal with it, you should go to hell. Yeah. Like like that might be the symbolism. But to bring it back, pretending to be someone, right? I would suggest that people try it more. And I'm not saying identity theft.
No.
If you do that shit, good for you.
Hit me up. Well, I got some people I want to hit.
Send me some money. But I think that if you are trying to figure out, I guess like human activity, even the people around you, play these little like experiment, not for the evil of shit.
No.
But obviously to figure out how, like you. You know, and it's weird when you play someone else. You figure out more about how you think. You know?
Yeah, because what ends up happening is like you kind of end up you kind of become an observer. In the experience that you're having, and like you are observing how people would react to a kind of person. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, so you're kind of you're kind of creating a laboratory situation where you are a social laboratory situation where where in your own mind you are being the scientist observing what's happening.
Exactly.
But like, but you know, here's the argument. No, here's where things start to get a little. Kicker? This is where things start to get a little muddled. Okay. Mm-hmm. The idea that that kind of everybody is not being who they are. Like if you're in a social situation, if you're in a social situation and everybody is not being who they are, right? Then.
By the way, I want to say I know a lot of white people that are possibly listening to this and being like, "Oh, wait, what do you mean? I am who I am." Mm-hmm. But honestly, they're like, "Okay, you got me." Mm-hmm. In reality, okay, we can't always be who we are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right? So like, is there value? Is there value in the happiness, the I guess the joy, right?
The motif of like
the whole of is the emotion that you get, right, from being someone else or not being yourself and having fun, is that valuable?
Yeah.
Like is that so there's still value in that being.
Listen, there's value in everything. Even if you fight with someone, even if you like want to shoot someone, or even if you want to just stalk your ex until she is sleeping, and you want to.
He brings that back to that because you would be surprised at how many he's done that.
Jesus Christ, I'm joking. I know you are. I know you are, motherfucker. Nah, right? I'm joking, obviously, but right. I think there is a frontier that everyone needs to conquer in the self that we just take ourselves too seriously. I think we do. We just take ourselves way too seriously. Yeah, I've taken myself so seriously. Like nigga, like I see myself bald and I'm freaking out.
You seen him?
No, I'm not balding, but I worry. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know.
Like
I'm like walking down the street and I'm driving. Oh, today I was driving and there was a cop car behind me, right? And I was just like,
you fucking got stiff on that wheel.
And exactly. Immediately got stiff on the wheel. And I was going a couple blocks forward, and like there was a main street, so I thought he was going to turn on that, and he didn't, and he kept. And where I was going, he was still following me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what is this? What's going on? And I'm making sure I'm at 10 and 2, and everything.
10 and 2, motherfucker. I'm 9 and 3, bitch.
Okay, all right. And then when I'm relaxed, I'm like a knee on 7.
A knee on 7. Okay, yo, I get that.
Yeah,
I get that shit. I get that shit. That's a vibe. I get that shit.
I was going down more blocks, and I was like, this cop car is still following me. And then when I got to the very end of that street, where I was like, yo, what is this cop gonna do, right? I realized at the end of the street, at the end of the block, at the end of the street that I was on, was a police precinct.
Yeah.
And when I made my left, he just went into the police precinct. And now it's like, so like, it was one of those things where it's like, fuck, I forgot what my point of that story was.
No, listen. When cops come involved, I forget everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't worry about it.
Just go into.
Dude, I'll tell you. No, I literally. So one time I ate 2 packs of Sour Patch. Well, not Sour Patch. Stony Patch Kids.
Okay.
Says that it's a different kind of.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So I was high out of my mind. Mm-hmm. Now driving and being high is an interesting thing because I don't think that should be illegal. I genuinely don't think it should be because we just drive slower. People just pull around. No.
Okay.
How many accidents have happened because someone did not press the gas?
No, you know what? You know what? If you want the stats. I got stacks. I got stats.
You got stacks?
Motherfucker.
Tell me stats.
So I don't know the exact number.
Yeah.
But I remember that I read a study that was like in Colorado. Yeah. At least in the first 5 years after weed was legal there was an uptick in car accidents. But
listen.
I understand the problem.
For a second, because people need to understand what the weed does.
Okay.
Like people, there are, in Colorado, what's interesting about Colorado, right? There are a shit ton of people who come in, right, and then they try weed for the first time because they're in Colorado.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
And they do it, and those are the accidents.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now. Okay. I've been to Colorado, Denver, Boulder. Let me tell you something. Some of the nicest people, some of the greatest, like, honestly, like, people care there. Yeah. Like, I was in an Uber, and this guy told me, like, okay, you don't want to drive down this way, because I came in for some dumb work thing, and I came in there, and I didn't come in Colorado, but I know maybe I did, but no, but it came in there, and I was driving, and literally the guy was just like, you know what? You don't want to take this route because they're still doing construction there. You want to take here and here and here and here. I'm like, nigga, I didn't even ask you about this. Like, he didn't even ask me. He's like, on the roads it gets a little frosty. I forget what kindness is. Yeah, living in New York, I really do. Yeah. I forget what being nice means sometimes. Yeah,
No. Oh yeah. So on that thing. So like there was this question I wanted to ask.
Wait, where am I at right now?
Oh, you're actually pretty chill. So you're still chill. You're at an 8.
8 point whatever?
Like 8.2.
We gotta get to a 10.
Yeah, you want to get to a 10?
Alright guys, I'm gonna drink.
Oh boy.
Okay, this is the last shot. Holy fuck what I do for you guys. Yeah. I love you guys. Please keep on. Please send emails. Send the Letmechallengeyoupod to Gmail. At the Letmechallengeyoupod. Please send me DMs at JujuFevry on Instagram, and then
you can send me a DM at maxed out character reviews.
Maxed out characters, motherfucker.
And tweet me at maxed OCR.
Don't tweet me, bitch. If you find me, I'll fucking flag you.
Like I said, hey, go ahead. Hey, tweet me.
So
I like friends.
Ooh, you went Power Ranger on me.
No,
you went Power Ranger on me.
No.
You're building.
No. I was there was
I'm joking.
I know what was it? It was what was it? I was saying.
No. So basically, right? I was talking about Colorado.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I saw an ad. For a TV show.
Yeah.
Whole season out.
Yeah.
Already on Hulu.
Okay.
Called Love in the Time of Corona.
Yes, that's great.
Like, first of all, my thought was
I'm gonna watch that show.
My thought was, what's the logistics on that? Like, how did they make an entire TV show, an entire season of a TV show in how many months? And on top of that, they had to abide by corona guidelines and distancing and stuff.
Dog, you got to bring that back up later.
Okay, all right.
Let me tell you something, right? Look, people want money.
Jeez,
people are losing money. People come in and be like, "Yo, you want $3,000 for a show?" Yes.
But this is
yes.
But this is like a polished ass TV show from the scenes that I watched.
Dude, if you start seeing, network doesn't fucking matter anymore, man. It's literally just like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Like, it's crazy, and they know it.
Yeah.
But the thing is that we can't eliminate the networks because they've brought a culture to us that needs to continue. Well, I respect that.
I think it's one of the things is that there's just people who are like over 50 who just don't know how to use.
No, look. If YouTube was on TV, we'd be watching.
There is YouTube TV. You can well no because we have
Nigga, what?
No
Not on your laptop, nigga.
No because if you have a smart TV, then you can actually like they have like smart apps and stuff.
You see, this is our benefit.
Yeah.
You're saying smart TV.
Mm-hmm.
No, look, millennials. Look, what was it? The boomers.
Mm-hmm.
The boomers.
Yeah.
They only.
Okay. Boomer.
They only know dumb TV. They only know, hey, I smoke crack with your wife.
What
now I'm showing
fuck?
you TV.
What?
You know, like they only know.
He's at 9.
Look,
he's at 9.
But maybe we just only know, hey, we smoke weed and LSD, Woodstock, baby, TV. They only know that shit.
True. That's true.
We know, hey, maybe you shouldn't drink that. Hey, here's a block of lettuce. Hey, check out this celery. Like, this is literally our TV.
Yeah, speaking of that, right? Speaking of, like, the block of lettuce, so McDonald's is teaming up
Travis Scott.
With Travis Scott.
You don't even need to say anything! Woo!
So, for the first time since 1992, when Michael Jackson had his own
he was plotting that shit from day one. This guy's amazing.
His own meal.
Those big ass lips have brains in that shit.
Travis Scott has,
you know you got big ass lips, Travis Scott, nigga.
He has what's it called? It's a quarter pound. He has Travis Scott's favorite meal from the fast food chain.
That was sold out and people got angry, I think.
It's starting September 8th.
No, but he had a fashion line.
He also had the Cocoa Puffs, the cereal. He had his own Travis Scott Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, but he had Travis Scott like jeans. I saw the jeans with the McDonald's logo.
Really? I've never seen it. I didn't know that.
Dude, he has like jeans that with the McDonald's logo. And that shit sold out so fast that people, like the amount of people got mad at the fact that there was like literally McDonald's on jeans, like was absurd. Absurd. Like, and you know what? Honestly, bow down to fucking Travis Scott. Like, that's a guy who changed the generation.
He did. He really.
That's a
he
guy
did change
respect.
He did.
But I'm gonna make a bunch of jokes out of you, nigga. Your fucking hair looks like a bunch of noodles.
Yeah,
nigga. Dude. I love you, but your lips, I wish you'd kiss me, nigga.
Them big ass succulent lips.
Yeah, I know you fucking lips. Kissing Kylie Jenner.
Who has just as big as lips.
You kiss me first, and then I'll kiss Kylie afterwards, and then afterwards, I think I'd still prefer you.
You know, because at least his are real. Because his lips are real.
Exactly. You know? Well, wait, no. Kylie, no. Don't you make fun of Kylie.
Okay.
Don't you make fun of Kylie. Listen. Kylie has done a lot for our generation, millennials.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, listen. She's done a lot. She's made a lot of makeup tutorials.
Oh, yeah.
She's been rich for a long time. Of course, yeah. And honestly, I actually don't mean hate her, but honestly, look, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I get it.
I think we should end on that.
Okay.
So, this was the latest episode of the Let Me Challenge You podcast with Julian
and Alex.
And you know what? Let me say it again. If you don't know it, please challenge us to do more challenges, because you bitch ass motherfuckers need to send us more challenges. Yeah, exactly. Right? We got now I'm at a 10. That's what he said. He's at a 10. But listen, right? Like, in all honesty, please send us your challenges. Please support the podcast. We want to keep on doing this for you. You know, like, it really means a lot for you guys to listen to us. And honestly, I love it. I love doing this. I would love to talk to you guys more. You know, please send me emails. I will respond. You know, and please email us at letmechallengeyoupod@gmail.com, or you can message me or DM me on Instagram at jujufebruary at Instagram, or you can also message me on jujufebruary at Twitter. Now, motherfuckers, if you can tweet at me, motherfuckers, I'll fuck you up. But please tweet at me, and also
you can send a DM to
Maxed Out Character Reviews nigga on Instagram,
and Maxed OCR
on Twitter.
Yeah, and yeah,
baby. All right, so we're out here and we're doing this. So deuces.